I was gonna say now I gotta watch my mouth. How many people are gonna be here?
Mitch is going to be late, so I'm going to ask Jerry Packard to start the meeting.
Okay.
I don't expect us. We should be done in 30 minutes.
Yeah. Say my wife is she's going back to college, so she's at Stark Tech right now.
Gotcha.
So I told the boys to head upstairs and be quiet. We'll hear if they're fighting or not.
Donna, can you hear us? Where's your wife going to school at? Stark Tech?
Stark Tech, yeah. She's a massotherapy school.
Oh.
So I get to be the test subject, hopefully.
Familiar. My sister-in-law, registered nurse, and hi, Donna.
Hello. Oh, this one's black.
You okay?
Well, can you hear Donna? I think she just lost her connection.
Her internet. Yeah. You think we're gonna get the ice tonight?
It looks like if we get ice, it's going to be 11, 12.
Yeah, I'm on call,
They're only calling for 1/10 of an inch. But then by the time 6 o'clock rolls around, it's going to be raining in 36.
Yeah, that's what I heard. So it looks like we may just have to hit it real quick, and if we have to go in at all. So I'll play it by ear. I'm not gonna plan anything. I'm just gonna, they call me.
Yep. Hi, Donna.
Hello.
Hi, Jerry.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
How's everything with the courts?
I don't know. I've been retired for a couple of years, so.
You've been, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Yep. I think things are okay.
How's retirement treating you?
Good. Mm-hmm. It's all good.
Well, good.
So do you have enough people here, Jeff, or?
Well, let's see. Haley is connecting right now, and we have you and Donna. I haven't heard anybody say they weren't going to attend tonight.
Okay, I can shut the door. Hold on.
Hi, Haley. We can't hear you. You're muted.
Hi.
How are you?
Oh,
Good. How are you?
Good. So we're waiting on Nikki, Mitch will be late, and Larry. Ashley won't be here this evening. She's on FMLA with her second child.
Oh, things going okay for her?
Yeah, things are going perfect.
Good.
And Kurt had another obligation, so Mr. Nussbaum is stepping up to the plate.
Okay.
All right, there's Nikki.
Hi.
Hi, Nikki.
Hello.
How are you?
Great. How you doing?
Not too bad.
You know, in some respects, I like these Zoom meetings, and other respects, I'm ready to go back, but
Yeah.
you don't have to drive anywhere, so that's a plus, right?
Yeah, they do have their benefits, that's for sure, but if they get too long, it gets tiring. And at least just, talking into a machine all the time is a little challenging, but
Mhm.
Hi, Vicky.
Hi. There he is. I see everybody now. Oops.
Larry gets logged in. I think we can go ahead and get started, Jerry.
okay,
I'm just waiting on him to sync up with Zoom.
okay.
Larry, you there? And these meetings are being recorded on the city's live YouTube site, which is good because if I have any questions on the minutes, I can always go back and review them.
Oh, yeah, right.
Lawrence Walker. Can you hear me, Larry?
Hello,
How you doing, Larry?
can you hear me?
Yes.
Not too much, Red.
Wow.
How you doing?
Good, good, thanks. Well, I think we can go ahead and get started, Jerry.
Okay, well, let's call the meeting to order then. And if everyone's had a chance to take a look at the minutes from the meeting of September 28, 2020, if there are any changes or additions to those. And if not, if someone could or would make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
I'll make a motion.
Have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, did you get those, Jeff?
Who seconded the?
Nicole, I think.
Yes.
Any discussion? All those in favor, aye.
All right.
Opposed? Okay, minutes are approved. See, recreation report.
Thanks, Jerry. Before we get into the recreation report, one of the attachments was our updated brochure for the Parks and Rec Commission.
Mhm.
Hopefully all the addresses and phone numbers and everything are fine. It on the front of, or actually on the back page, it has the calendar of our meetings. So there's all the dates. You can go ahead and put them on your personal calendar for 2021. I would expect our March meeting will also be Zoom.
Yeah,
We'll see what happens in May. All right. So I'll go ahead and give the recreation report.
Okay.
Our first and second grade basketball league, Mr. Lawrence Walker is again instructing those kids. We currently have 59 second graders from Wooster as well as other Wayne and Holmes County schools. In 2019, we had 61. So there's where we're at there. So really COVID hasn't affected that program very much. A couple of kids and that could be either way.
No, my helper got it.
Your helper got it.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Third through sixth basketball. We began that league on January 9th.
That's
Currently we have,
Becker Page.
yes. Well, hopefully she gets better quick, Larry. This year we have 59 teams for our third through
What's
sixth.
that?
This, Larry, can you hear?
No, it's going off and on, going on and out.
Can everybody else hear me?
I
Yeah.
can.
Yes.
I can hear you now.
Okay. I'll speak louder. We don't live that far apart, Larry.
Right.
So
Wait a minute, I'll open the window.
This year in our basketball league, we have 59 teams. Last year, we had 115. So COVID's really affected the numbers for our basketball league. And the reason that it affected that league and not the first and second grade league is on Saturdays, we're only allowed to have 125 people in the golf. So when you add up all our players, the coaches, the referees, we're right at that limit. So that means that we have 0 parents that can attend, which works out well for the older kids, the 5th and 6th graders, not so well for the 3rd and the 4th, when they have to be dropped off and find their way into the gym. So we lost virtually all our 3rd and 4th grade teams, which is to be expected. Indoor high school futsal, we have 18 teams, and those teams are from Ashland, Wayne, Holmes, and Stark. Last year, I think we had 25 high schools participating, so those numbers are down substantially. We'll begin our AARP tax aid prep on February 9th. Last year, we had scheduled 880 appointments for this program. Now, we also know that come middle of March, we had to cancel everything. So we're looking in this year, preparing around 400 tax preparations. It's going to be run a little differently. So instead of the person coming in and waiting, answering questions, they're actually going to come in. AARP is going to scan all their information in. They'll leave. A week later, they'll come back, sign all the forms, and leave. So we're trying to reduce the amount of contact that people have with the tax preparers, who are all seniors. Community center has been closed since the 23rd of November. We are reopening Monday, February 1st. We decided in November, after talking with Vaughn at the health department and what the governor was issuing, that it would be best that our senior center be closed through the holidays. Vaughn agreed that February 1st, cases are starting to go down. So we plan on opening back up on February 1st. Any questions?
I'm just surprised that they are reopening with community spread still being so high in Wayne County.
Well, after talking with Vaughn, we have all the protocols in place. We can do it very safely. Because we've really limited, Donna, the amount of participants that come into the fitness center. Like our billiards room, we allow 1 person in there. And the whole building gets fumigated twice a day. We clean every 2 hours. So we're really conscious of the fact that, these are seniors. So we're trying to do it as safe as possible.
What kind of activities are they doing when they're coming in?
So they can go into our fitness center. 2 days a week, they play ping pong in the community room. So there can be 4 people playing in there. We'll have AARP tax prep going on. Again, that's limited people in the building. And like I said before, Donna, we have billiards, but only 1 person can be in our enclosed billiards room at a time. So we're not talking a ton of people. There's going to be no card groups, bingo right out of the gate. Though you can't socially distance card groups.
Right. Okay, just curious.
Yep. Larry, you're muted.
I just said, playing the billiards game, that must be a lot of fun. You're playing against yourself. I'm a
Yeah.
dumb person to go in.
You know, the seniors, when we reopened in October, we're ready to get out of the house. And that's such a huge issue for everybody.
I know.
No, especially
Right.
with seniors who, may not have a lot of friends or relatives. We're the only source, that they can come and talk to. No other questions. That's it for my report.
Okay. Thanks. Jeff, have Parks report.
Okay, everybody hear me all right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. First, gonna start off with the old business. As you know from the past meetings, we've been renovating the chalet, the exterior now. We've got a new roof scheduled to be put on. We've put the new paint on and changed up the color. The roof, we had trouble getting the metal because of the coronavirus. I guess the plants have been shut down. So then when we finally did get it, they damaged a portion of the shipment upon delivery. So we had to order more. And right now we're just waiting till the weather's favorable for them to get up on that roof to put the metal down. The Friedlander parking lot. If you've been out there, you noticed that we put some new tree planter islands. We did the asphalt resurfacing. The rest of the driveways and parking areas are going to be completed in the summer. So that's parking areas down by the Hauser Pavilion. And I believe we're going to touch up the path going down through the woods and to the pond. The Friedlander Park electric upgrades, about 80% completed. They've been getting all the underground wires put in, and they're going to be switching that over from the above ground wires to underground wires here, I believe in late February. So there's going to be a shutdown, and we're going to get everything switched over and cross our fingers the lights come back on. Down at Shellen Park, we had the basketball court down there resurfaced. We put down new asphalt. We were waiting for the color surface, that final coat. We're going to do that in the spring when things warm up with new striping and all of that. So hopefully basketball will be back up and running by then, and we'll be allowed to open those courts as soon as possible. Anybody, any questions on some of the old business that I just went over?
And hello, everyone. I did make it finally.
All right. So on to the operation and maintenance items. At Friedlander, we just recently painted and put a new steel roof and gutters on the Hauser Pavilion. The roof was pretty rough on there, and the gutters were in really bad. They were pretty much non-existent. So we put in new gutters with the leaf guard on it because they were constantly getting filled and backed up. So hopefully that'll take care of that. We also painted the Hauser restroom to match the pavilion and with the same color scheme that's going to be going with the chalet. So kind of get a unified look down at the park. Future stuff we want to do is we want to make some repairs to the dam at the pond. We want to put a new pipe in. We want to get a new sidewalk to the pond that's leading to the gazebo. So from the parking area and the picnic area down to the gazebo at the pond, we want to redo the sidewalk there. And we're going to be making some upgrades to the disc golf course, which includes new signage, new baskets, and we may tinker a little bit with some of the hole layouts on the disc golf course just to make it a little bit more challenging, but also move some of them so there'll be like beginners tees on some of the holes that'll make it easier for beginners. So we took some, we've got some feedback from the citizens, and that sounds like something that people would really use. So we're hoping that'll, will pick up. So we're going to do that. And then at Christmas Run, we had some cracks repaired at the pickleball courts. That's really taken off up there. So people made sure to bring it to our attention that they were getting some bad hops on some of the cracks. So we had those filled and painted up to match. We are planning on this, well, when things warm up, to get the concession stand at the main pavilion painted. It's got like a stain on it right now, and it's looking a little rough. There's some graffiti issues, and well, not really graffiti, but where people have been writing stuff on there, and you can try to remove it, but it pretty much needs pressure washed and a new fresh coat of paint. So that's one thing we want to get done once things warm up. And the Finn restroom and pavilion have been repainted. I don't know if you've noticed that. We've went with the same color scheme that we've done out at Friedlander Chalet, the gray and the black, or it's like a antique bronze. So we've got those done too. So they needed it. Shellen Park, we're planning on repainting the exterior of the restrooms, same colors, the gray and black theme. We kind of want to make that a unified color throughout the parks, kind of an updated color scheme. Oak Hill Park, we did a mowing here this late fall, early winter, and knocked down a lot of the invasive plants and some of the trees, smaller trees, the pear trees that have been, there's pears and a multiflora rose that are basically overtaking Oak Hill Park. So we've been working with Friends of Oak Hill Park to locate areas that we want to concentrate on. And we've even gone as far as to go down there with the chipper and take some of the larger pear trees out. So we're hoping that just through scheduled cleaning outs and mowings that we can maybe get on top of some of the invasive plants and let more native plants grow in those areas. And we're working on Rotary right now on a project to plant some more trees. They wanted to donate some trees and maybe have like a Rotary like grove area where they can have some trees donated. So we're still working on phases of that. Right now we're looking at the north side of the park or the driveway when you come in between the church and the park, maybe planting some trees in there for a little bit more decorative feature when you come into the park. As far as Grosjean Park, in November we funded a trout restocking, and we had some volunteer groups come in and stock the creek for fly fishing. So that went off quite successful, and we also cleaned up considerable amount of garbage and litter along the creek. Some of it's washed down, some of it's left by people fishing, but we cleaned a lot of that stuff up as well. At Walnut Street Park, we want to clean and fill the cracks for the basketball courts. We sprayed a lot of the weeds and weed eated it, but it just needs to be resurfaced. So that's something we want to get on top of come springtime, and hopefully sealing, and we'll maybe pick up some activity and more people will use that park once basketball is allowed. Clear Creek Park, the award was, the contract was awarded to Simonson Construction. They've already been clearing out portions of that and blazing a trail through the south side of the park, south side of the Aspen Racquet Club in the woods there. And they're clearing out a good portion of the front. That is where a playground is going to be. And we're still working on a final design on that. From what I understand, we're looking more into like a rustic type playground area where everything's going to look more natural with a lot of timber appearance, and it's going to kind of blend in with the wooded, I guess, theme of that park. It's going to be mostly for walking, but there will be a small playground area there for people.
Mark, that trail's, I believe, going to be almost a mile.
Yeah, it's not, it's one of those ones where I think you'd be able to probably walk it twice over your lunch if you wanted to go out there and walk. It's probably a little over a mile. I've walked it a couple times just to see, just to check, see if there's some features that we wanted to enhance or what we wanted to do, but I would say it's going to be it won't be a super challenging hiking trail, but it will be scenic. So, and I think that's what the people in that area want. I think it's going to be used by a lot of people that want to exercise for their lunch and maybe do a little bit of walking. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that one comes out here this summer. And for new business, our 2021 capital expenditure projects, we have the Friedlander Patio and Pavilion. We want to we're looking at options of putting a pavilion in the grass lot south of the Friedlander chalet. So we've set aside 60,000 but we don't have anything set in stone right now, but that's a project we're looking at putting in that area, kind of be an outdoor accessory to the chalet. So if you're having an event indoors at the chalet, you'll also have that pavilion available to you if you want to do any kind of outdoor activities. And then we have the shell and pond dredging. We set aside 75,000. The algae is taking over in that pond, and as soon as the temperatures warm up in the summertime, we can't stop that algae. It's getting to be too much. So we believe if we get a good dredging in the pond, it'll keep it a little bit cooler, the water will be a little bit deeper, and maybe it'll fight off some of that algae that we've been having problems with the last couple of years. So that's what we've got. Any questions?
No.
Thank you for your time.
All right.
I have, Mitch, I got some updates on our bike trail
Oh, okay, perfect.
to add. We did get all the connector trails finished, and the connector trails connected the trail on 585 to Portage,
Yes.
to Melrose via Portage. So that section's done and connected. We also connected from Health Point on Friendsville to the north side of the Safety Service Center. And then on the south side of the Safety Service Center, we connected to Oldman, and then down Oldman going west to just before you get to Keene. So those
Right.
two connector trails are in. We also put in for a $900,000 ODOT grant to connect Melrose and Friendsville via Milltown. And we made the first phase, and we're sent the paperwork and everything in for the second part. So keep your fingers crossed. Hopefully we can get that grant.
Oh, nice.
And then in 2022, when Melrose gets upgraded to a city street going west, in that plan is to have a bike trail that goes all the way to Smithville Western. And that'll eventually connect going west on Smithville Western to Friendsville down to Riffle Road. So
Okay.
bike trails are moving.
Good.
Okay, and then from Riffle Road, is it gonna then connect back into Friendsville there?
Right now, the trail dead ends at Riffle Road on the east side of Friendsville.
Okay,
It'll continue north. The roundabout is already engineered for the bike trail. Like you can see where the bike trail is to be on the southeast corner of the roundabout. And then it'll go east on Smithville Western and connect at Melrose.
perfect. Yep, got it. Okay. Wonderful.
I had a question about the Grosjean Park with the trout stocking.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys are putting fish into the ponds, are they always trout?
Yes, I believe they are. I believe it's the Trouts Unlimited is the organization that helps us with that. So yeah, it's
Donna,
primarily trout.
Those trout are not going in a pond at Grosjean. They're going into the
The creek, I'm sorry.
Apple, the Big
Yes.
Apple Creek.
Yes, it's for fly
Uh,
fishing.
okay.
Yeah, the
Gotcha.
fish in the pond are, I'm guessing they're probably mostly bluegill in the pond there.
The Friends of Isaac Walton stock trout for the trout derby.
Hmm.
And most of those get fished out in a few weeks. And if they don't, those ponds really warm up in the summertime and they don't do very good.
No. But yeah, the Grosjean Park runs along Apple Creek, so that's where that stocking is.
Okay. Just wondered.
And that actually is one of the best fly fishing creeks in the state, believe it or not. We have
It is.
people that come from all over to come to fish in the Apple Creek.
Especially right after we stock it.
I just wondered because
Yeah.
I knew like the Soil and Conservation Group was doing their tree and fish sale. And I wondered if Parks and Rec gets things from them or where you get everything from.
I think
We,
the supplier that we got it from changed their name. Yeah. So, but we buy it from a fishery.
the ponds get stocked from the Isaac Walton League.
Mhm.
Just wondered.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we were to, next we would be to old business there, Mitch. So,
Okay, as I'm trying to get caught up. Is that where? Thanks, Jerry.
sure.
So am I back?
Yeah, you're in charge.
I'm back. Okay, thank you. So any old business?
Mitch, I talked to the mayor because we still have one position on the Parks and Rec Commission that is unfilled.
Okay,
He is aware of it. He actually brought it up to me. So I'm hoping, that he gets that position filled prior to our meeting in March.
okay, perfect. Okay. Any other old business? Any new business?
No.
Okay. Anything, any
Jerry gave you the
miscellaneous?
easy part.
I was gonna say, yes, I got here just in time.
Your timing is immaculate.
Well, I was in another Zoom meeting with Jeff's cousin, so to speak, so I've seen all of his family I want to see this afternoon, but
I thought we were going out tonight, Mitch.
Okay, so do I have a motion if there's no new business or anything else, any kind of a motion to adjourn?
I'll motion.
Okay,
I'll second it.
we have a second. Okay, all in favor?
Hi.
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, opposed? Well, it looks like the motion is adjourned.
Everyone take care. Be safe.
Yes,
Good
thank
night.
you
You too.
all.
Bye.
Absolutely.
Have a
Okay.
great evening.
Bye.
You
Take
do
care.
the
Good night,
same.
everybody.
Good seeing y'all. Thank
Hey,
you.
Mark. Have a good one, brother.
Yep. You too, buddy. See ya.